Here's a technique you can use to stop overthinking in about 5 minutes. So if you find yourself stressing out about something and you just can't stop thinking about it, maybe you're overanalyzing a decision or obsessing over something you did, or you just can't stop worrying, this technique can stop overthinking in about 5 minutes, and it works every time I do it. I even use this technique when I lay down in bed at night to calm my mind before falling asleep. And the first thing to know about stopping overthinking is that you can't stop overthinking by saying to yourself, stop thinking. Basically, you can't stop overthinking with more overthinking. But what really works well to stop overthinking is this certain breathing technique that I call Take 15. And here's how you do it. You do 15 rounds of box breathing, and you keep count of the breaths in your head. Now, box breathing is really simple. You just inhale for 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds, exhale for 5, and then hold for 5 again. Let's try it right now. Inhale for 5, hold for 5, exhale for 5, and hold for 5 again. Box breathing is great at quieting the mind. There's something about briefly cutting off the oxygen supply that really gives you a presence of mind. But the key to this technique that I call Take 15, and the secret to using it to stop overthinking, is to keep count of the breaths. So on your first inhale, you count in your head 1, then you finish the round of box breathing. Then on your next inhale, you count 2, then you go through the round of box breathing, then you count 3, and so on until you get to 15. Now, if you don't get distracted a single time, this will take exactly 5 minutes. But in reality, you'll get distracted multiple times, and that's perfectly okay. But once you notice you've become distracted, try to remember what breath you were on and start counting again from there. The hardest part is getting past the first 5 rounds of box breathing. If your mind is really overactive when you start, you'll get distracted multiple times before you even get to 5. Sometimes when you get distracted, you'll go back to normal breathing, but other times you'll just keep doing the box breathing, but you forgot to keep count. So once you get distracted, just try to remember the last number you were on and start counting again from there. By repeatedly bringing your attention back to the box breathing, it gradually calms your thoughts more and more and gives you more control of your mind. Now, you have to be really committed to counting all the way to 15. If you get distracted once or twice and then say, that technique doesn't work for me, then you haven't really done the technique. You have to be committed to counting 15 rounds of box breathing and not giving up until you've achieved the goal. And so that's the technique to stop overthinking. To review, you do 15 rounds of box breathing and keep count of the breaths in your head. When you notice you've become distracted, try to remember what number you were on and continue from there. To do box breathing, you inhale for 5 seconds, hold for 5, exhale for 5, and hold for 5 again. And by the time you count 15 rounds of box breathing, your mind should be a lot more quiet and you'll have a lot more clarity. Now, if you liked this video, click the like button, click subscribe to get all of my anxiety relief and mindfulness tips. And if you like this breathing technique and you want to learn more, you can get my free ebook, Breathing Secrets. The book will teach you the absolute best breathing exercises for relieving anxiety. And it's totally free to download. Just go to breathingsecretsbook.com, sign up for my newsletter, and I'll send you a link to the book right away. So I'll put the link to sign up down in the description. Again, it's breathingsecretsbook.com. I hope this technique helped you. Share it with anyone who you think it might help. And I'll see you in the next video.